I'm just being biased, all right? I'm just being biased at this point because they're my alt group. Another NewJeans dance practice. This time we got Bubblegum. Like I said in my other videos, if you are a NewJeans stan, we're eating good because they released their dance practice all in 1 week, and I'm just happy that they did that. So I'm gonna go and break this one down for y'all today. If y'all love NewJeans, don't forget to subscribe, and let's go, baby. I love the way they approach their intro here. It is so lighthearted. This is how they set the tone for us with how they want us to feel when we watch this dance practice. Love this relay dance type of formation. It makes sense since we're in a vertical format. And I like how they still follow this rhythm and this groove that they have to do throughout the entire dance and song. So before we get into the pre-chorus and into the chorus, I actually want to talk about the intro all the way up into this part. Obviously, we get a frame of Hani just backing up and then going to her members, and then they're laughing and they're talking amongst themselves. And what this does is that it sets the tone for us of how they want us to feel when it comes to watching this dance practice and or listening to this song. And I love that. And they weren't even dancing at that moment. And when we actually get into the choreo, there's a common theme throughout this entire dance is that they're going to be following this groove, this rhythm, because this song is very constant. It's not necessarily you're going to hear a bunch of instrumentals in the back, a bunch of snares, a bunch of basses. It's very just constant. So the way that the directors choreograph this is they want to flow throughout the entire thing. And another thing that I like about this is that they don't want this dance to be taken too seriously, even though the choreo in itself is still intricate. They still got the apparent footwork textures here and there, but it's more of like, have fun. If you're going to cover this with your friends, have fun. And what I like is that we get to watch NewJeans just have fun with this one. Like, they're running out in and out of the frame, talking, just having a good time is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to switch to the fixed version for the pre-chorus into the chorus, just so we can see more of the formation and choreo for this part. Love that accent that they do with the footwork there. Good ripple effect. I'll mention Hani's hat in a bit. And they're, like I said, they're following that groove, that rhythm. So with the chorus, there's an accent that they hit. And what I like about it is that I think the lyrics, I don't know their lyrics, but I know how it sounds. They sing da-da, 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 da-da. And what I like is that they do this accent that they do in the footwork when they finally get into the 5 formation, and then they actually accent it with their feet and it goes up. It's basically an up and up and up. And so the way they accent that is just da-da, da-da, da-da. When we get to Hani, when she's dancing, right, she almost kind of knocks over her hat. That doesn't really affect her. And a lot of the times too, when you're wearing a hat and, you know, while a performance, you're gonna have to know that if a hat falls off or you knock it off a little bit, you're just gonna have to keep going. And I love that about Hani. She just kept going. She fixes it later. And what I also really like about this is the fact that it's just one of those dances where you don't need to put out like an insane amount of energy. And this is what also makes NewJeans like great performers and dancers, is that you have to be aware of how much energy you're going to be using for whatever dance you'll be performing. Shout out to NewJeans, man. They're so good. I'm just being biased, all right? I'm just being biased at this point because they're my alt group. What the hell happened here? Let's go back to the vertical version, just because I really like. We're gonna be focused on this one more, just because we typically just don't get a format like this. And a lot of the parts of Bubblegum is just really performing that character. The performance up here. I actually like that diagonal formation that they did earlier. See, because the camera is going to be so up close to them, it really is important that you do fully commit to the playfulness and the attitude of this song. Nice. Like those little accents with the hands from earlier. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go over the section from the earlier from the chorus all the way until the second chorus. There's not honestly too much to talk about. I just yap a lot. When I say that, I end up talking way too much. Anyway, let's just keep going. I'm so sorry, y'all. I talk way too much, but I love it, alright? It is what it is. Love this. I love this, the way that they actually reveal each member and then have this spread out diagonal formation. It looks like a big diagonal formation, but I think it's just the angle and also just the vertical format. What's cool about the way that they stage this, the directors, is they definitely stage this in the vertical format, or having the vertical format in mind. It was very intentional, and this is what makes this dance practice actually really enjoyable to watch, is because we have a version like this, and it's like, you know, we literally live in an age where a lot of the videos that we watch now is in vertical format. This is just genius. And so you'll see them, you know, running in out of frame, or just like dancing out of frame up until into the frame. And that's a big part of this dance practice because of the vertical format. And I love how they gave us this type of view because it's refreshing. I don't think we ever get something like this, really. And they're not unique to this. It's not like they invented this. It's just nice that we got this. Just super fun. It's all vibey. Yeah, right here, there's still, right here where Hayne is center and they're dancing towards her. There's still that apparent footwork that they still have to do, like the cleanliness, right? And the groove, the being light on their feet, and there's still that rhythm that they catch. It's not like they're just messing around. Obviously this entire thing is choreographed, but in a way to make us feel where, oh, it's just 5 best friends hanging out and just dancing with each other. I like that effect. See, it's another thing with the vertical format is how you could kind of get creative, not even kind of, you can really get creative with, because you only have this much space, what else can you do? And so they do the little hand things. I know it's nothing crazy, but those are things that you can do with a vertical format, because that's literally, like, if you have TikTok or Instagram Reels, then, you know, vertical video, literally. And you can do stuff like that. Yo, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm tripping. That's cool, you know? And what I like is that if you actually watch this 5 times and just pay attention to each member, just having a good time and just smiling, bro. Like, and I like how there are certain parts of the songs in the lyrics that actually match the way that they sing. So I think this part, before we really get to the end of this video, there's certain parts where they're actually really doing like choreography, like all of them together, where they just have to be clean and just hitting those textures. And this is gonna be one of those parts right here. And so I actually want to point this part out, and this is very hard to hear. So I'm gonna replay it like 3 or 4 times. So they hit this flute notes in the back with their bodies, where they're kind of hitting their shoulders forward. I'm just gonna replay it a bunch of times. One more time. JK, not one more time. A third time, baby. Yeah, so musicality like that, it goes a long way, because when you are if you are a person that really likes to listen to the song and you hear the other parts of the song, they really want you to hear that. And by doing that, you get the musicality of the choreo that we get here, and that's why I wanted to point that out. Okay, the walk though, and still they're doing that accent, right? On the they make it look so easy. This is a refreshing dance practice to watch because, you know, we got a vertical format and they still give us the fixed version. The reason why I say it's refreshing is just that it's just so lighthearted, and it just looks like it's just 5 best friends that, you know, met up at the dance room and just choreographed all this entire thing together and just filmed it right after they finished. So love that. And like I said, if y'all are NewJeans stands, we're eating good. You love NewJeans like I do, don't forget to subscribe. I'm out.